Hello, Future Hope students. My name is Eileen, and I am blessed that Tracy has asked me to be your art teacher. So this is project 1, and I am going to teach you how to make this painting. What this is acrylic paint, and it's done with a method called Pointillism. So you see all these dots. So we're going to teach you how to make these dots across the canvas. And when it's dry, we're going to put this silhouette of a palm tree on it. The inspiration for this painting is this photo that I got on the internet. And this is, I just pulled up Haitian sunset with palm tree, and there it is. First, I want you to practice making a dot using the scrap paper. I want you to take your round brush and dip it into the blue paint just halfway down the bristles. So dip it in, get a good glob on it, it's nice and thick, and then practice making dots. You want the dots they don't have to be round, they don't have to be perfect, but the picture will come out better if they're somewhat uniform. So there's a dot. That's how easy it is. Now, if your brush doesn't give you that kind of dot, you might have to kind of make a little circle, like so. You could also make more like an oval. Have fun practicing. When you feel confident about your dot making, let's begin putting them on the canvas. So you're using this 9 by 12 canvas. It's actually a canvas board. Anybody wants to use a canvas and they have them, go right ahead. So now you're taking your paint and you're dipping in again about halfway down. You don't want paint dripping everywhere, but you do want a nice glob of it. So begin by making dots across your canvas, just in random places. So continue making dots on the first approximately 4 inches of your canvas. If your paint is really wet, you're going to have to dry it before you use the next color. So if you have a hairdryer, it's really fast. Acrylic dries really fast. Now we could move to the next color. Next, take your turquoise paint and pour it in your cup if you haven't already done that, and then do the same thing across the first 4 inches of your canvas. So your painting will look something like this, with the blue and the turquoise dots across it. Then you have to either wait for the turquoise paint to dry or dry it with the hairdryer before we move on to purple. Do the same with the purple paint and start thinking about filling in your white spots, because as you see in the painting, there's no white left. So just go across, filling in purple where you want to put purple. Sometimes you'll get like a little white in the center that didn't quite cover it. It's best to go back and just add a little more paint to that. So your painting will begin to look something like this. You'll see there's less and less white. And I would also add that as you do your points, you do overlap the other colors. So after you've gone across with purple and you have dried it, then you could start with your lavender paint and start to press those in, filling in more of the blanks. Like so. trying to fill in those white spots. So go ahead and do the lavender across your. So your painting should look something like this, where you see there's still a lot of white dots left. What you have to do now, either wait for it to dry or blow dry it, and then come back with the colors that you first started with and start filling in the blanks. If you see in the painting, it seems to be more blue than anything. So probably go back to blue and fill in these blanks, which I'm going to do right now. So I'm going back to blue after I've after I blew it dry, or after you let it dry, and I'm going to go in and start filling in the white spaces. Now I'm going to fill in some of these white spaces with turquoise. Now I will return to filling in the rest of the spaces with purple because I don't want it to be too much turquoise. Purple dots. And then lastly, the rest of the dots I'm going to do with lavender. Lavender.